I was so young when I was in New York, I certainly wrote a lot. But last time I was here, I found it really distracting. I was hard to stay indoors because I wanted to be out all the time. I think the most important thing is to just get a ritual down, wherever you are. The process. Well, there's two parts to it. There's the long-term process of a novel, and then there's the daily stuff. You know, it's like planning for a marathon. You set up your training schedule. You know, you have your idea, and I plot it out. I make a huge outline of it, and then I work every day, about 9 to 2 or 3. I have to get 3 pages done every day. And there's usually a point about 150 pages in where everything falls apart, where all the plans are for naught. The book has become something else, and I have a nervous breakdown, and then I submit to what the book has become, and I keep going. And that's a terrible and then a great time. No one likes to be around me during that, though. It's so hard to know what to tell people. I mean, I really think it's just what everyone says. It's a willpower kind of a game. Because the weirdest part in graduate school was that the most talented writers were not the ones who became writers. It was the dogged ones. And that's actually talent too, I guess, is just being willing to go every day and stay there until the pages appear every day. And not, I tell this to my students too, I'm like, I know you can write a short story overnight, but that's not the job. That's not a long-term skill. You need to write a short story over a month, every month. And I think that's it. I don't think it's the right decision for everyone. You know, I was coming from New York. I couldn't afford anything. I was having a hard time figuring out how to be a writer here. And going to Montana was a very attractive, completely different plan, and it worked out great for me. But I'm not sure it helped my writing, you know, because you have a committee of people who are also young like you and don't really know how to do it well either. So it's a funny committee to be submitting your work to, and you have to really be confident in what you're doing, because I wasn't writing like anyone else there, and that was hard for me to figure out. And I think it would be, and it's destructive to a novel, for sure, because you meet every week with part of a novel that really what you should tell a novelist is keep going until you finish the draft. Don't show it to anyone. Oh, in Montana? Yeah, it was great. But then also it was pretty cold, dark winters. I guess that helps novel writing too, historically, but it also helps drinking, you know, at those times. But maybe that helps a novel too. But I love it. I go every year, you know. I stay for a long time. I love going to writers' colonies and pastoral settings where there's nothing to do but either walk around or read a book or work on your book, and they all seem helpful. In New Hampshire, McDowell Colony. I'm going there in a month. Yeah, I can't wait. You work all day and produce so much work, and it doesn't feel like work. It just feels like when you start out writing and you just want to write all the time and you're just so excited about everything you're doing. It feels like that again. And that's hard to recreate because a lot of the time it feels like a job, like you're building something really huge.